Good evening, everyone. Hope you all are good. And many students have doubt that sir, we need some more question practice on vapor pressure. So today we are going to practice only numerical on that. The first question we have: how many gram of glucose should be dissolved in 180 gram of water to reduce its vapor pressure by 20%? इस तरह के क्वेश्चन कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम में भी जेईई मेंस में तो पूछा ही जा सकता है आसानी से. So simply first we have to identify the given, write the formula, put the values, solve the numerical, and write the final answer with units. This will be your actual procedure for board exam. In competitive exam you can apply shortcut tricks. So here if we see, in question it is mentioned that vapor pressure is lowered by 20%. So I told you already, whenever we come across percentage type of question, percent means out of 100. So suppose if vapor pressure is reduced by 20%, in previous lecture also I told you that we have to take care of reduced by 80% or reduced by 20% or reduced to 20%. इन सब चीजों में डिफरेंस है. Reduced to 20% means it is decreased by 80 and reduced by 20% means it is decreased up to 80. ये सब चीजें थोड़ी बेसिक चीजें ध्यान रखना है. So in this particular question, what we can assume that let the vapor pressure in pure form is 100, right? So definitely vapor pressure here it is given, it is reduced by 20%. That means now the actual vapor pressure will be what? 80, right? So PA naught is 100 and PA is 80. So according to the formula what we have derived, P naught A minus PA divided by PA can be written as NB upon NA. This formula we have to apply. Now put the values in this. What we will get? If you put the value, here we will get 100 minus 80 divided by 80. Number of moles of B. How many gram of glucose should be added? That means solute is not known, so number of moles we cannot calculate. So here we will write NB divided by Na. Na means solvent. 80 gram of water. 180 gram of water. To calculate moles of A, we can write given mass upon molecular mass. That means 180 divided by 18. So this will be taken. If we calculate from here, final value number of moles of B, we will get 10 by 4. Right? If we calculate this, final value will get 10 by 4. And we know MB can be written as weight of B. That means weight of solute divided by molecular weight of solvent. Sorry, molecular weight of solute. Right? WB upon MB. This will be equal to 10 by 4. Molecular weight. How many gram of glucose? Glucose molecular mass. We all know. So WB can be equal to 10 by 4 into mass of glucose. Already we know mass of glucose we take 180. This if we calculate, we will get 450 gram. That means if 450 gram of glucose we dissolve in 180 gram of water, vapor pressure, the actual vapor pressure will be reduced by 20%. Clear? Now see this question. 20 gram of non-volatile solute. See, in this question, solute is unknown to us. Only its mass is given mass, right? We don't know which solute we have. 20 gram of non-volatile solute, but nature is given, right? That it is a non-volatile solute. Dissolved in 156 gram of benzene. 156 gram of benzene. So this is your solute and benzene is your solvent. If vapor pressure of pure benzene at that temperature, any temperature, fixed temperature, is given 200 mm of Hg in pure form. That means in this particular question, P naught A is given how much? 200 mm of Hg. And vapor pressure of solution is 150 mm of Hg. That means Pa is given 150 mm of Hg. Right. This is your weight of solute, non-volatile solute. That means WB This is given 20, right? This is given WA 156. MA we all know. MM is molecular weight of benzene. Molecular weight of benzene is 78. So from here, first we can calculate number of moles of benzene. Number of moles of benzene is given mass upon molecular mass, and this can be equal to 156 divided by 78. This is equal to 2. Is this clear to everyone? Now we have to calculate molecular mass of solute. That means we have to calculate from this data MB. This is unknown. Now which formula we can apply? We can apply, can I rub this? Okay. Na directly now I am writing here. Na is equal to 2. Now see. We can apply this formula P0A minus PA divided by PA. This is equal to NB by Na. Now P0A value we all know, it is given 200 minus 150 divided by 150. Okay. NB we have to calculate, and Na value already we have calculated 2. Now from here if we see, NB will be equal to how much? This will become 50. 50 divided by 150, this is 1 by 3. So this will become 2 by 3. Now NB is equal to what? NB can be written as WB upon MB is equal to 2 by 3. From here, if we calculate, what we have to calculate? MB we have to calculate. So we can write WB. WB value is given 20 into 3 divided by 2. This is equal to MB. That is the molecular mass of non-volatile solute. And finally, value of MB will be equal to how much? This will be equal to 30. Clear? This will be cancelled. 10 into 3, 30. Fine. See the next question, please. Now see, this is a beautiful question asked in JEE 2013 or 14, I think. बड़ा ही इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन है, इसको जरा ध्यान से देखो. 30 gram of non-volatile solute is dissolved in 360 gram of water. How much? 30 gram of non-volatile solute is dissolved in 360 gram of water. That means if we see here, weight solute is given 360, weight of solvent is given 30 gram. Okay. If we see molecular mass of solvent is given, if it is water, you all know 18 gram. So from this two data, we can easily calculate moles of A given mass upon molecular mass. Right? Molecular mass is 18. Here we will get 20. Okay? Now, if we see in this particular part, PA is given. If vapor pressure of solution is 570 mm of Hg, right? 570 mm of Hg. Now, what we have to calculate? We have to calculate molecular mass of solute. So, according to formula, we have P0A minus PA divided by PA is equal to moles of B divided by moles of A. This is known to us. Here mass of solute is known, but molecular mass of solute is not known. PA is known, P0A is not known. That means in pure form vapor pressure is not known to us, isn't it? So if we apply this particular formula, maybe possible many students will get confused. And I remember this happened with the students appearing in that paper who solved this, who got this question. All started panicking, sir, from where we will get two variables if we have only one equation. So it was quite difficult to solve. But interestingly, I told you already in the beginning of this chapter that somewhere this value will be always given in the question. P0A. Or it will be hidden in the question. Where it is hidden, that we have to find out. See, in question, this point is mentioned for the first time. Non-volatile solute dissolving water at 100 degrees Celsius. we all know water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Boiling point of water is how much? 100 degree Celsius. And what is boiling point? What we can say for boiling point? Many things we know. Don't apply the concept that it is a bulk phenomena or something. According to definition, if we see boiling point, it's a temperature at which vapor pressure will become equal to external pressure, or we can say atmospheric pressure, isn't it? So in this case, when we have solution in water at 100 degrees Celsius, pure form water, when we have vapor pressure exerted by pure form will be equal to external pressure, that is your atmospheric pressure, that is equal to 1 atm. 1 atm, or we can say 760 mm of Hg. This point is hidden in this question. Once this you can identify, there is nothing more. This question is now solved. This point you should always keep it in mind. Boiling point means vapor pressure must be equal to atmospheric pressure, then only anything can boil. So this data I am going to use. That means this we have derived. Which value? P0 A. This is equal to 760 mm of Hg. Now apply the formula. We can put 760 minus 570 divided by 570. This is equal to moles of B divided by moles of A. Moles of A we have calculated 20. Now from this data, if we calculate, we all know that NB can be written as given mass upon molecular mass, right? So in place of NB, we can easily write weight of A divided by molecular mass of A. Weight of A is given already. This is solute. WB by MB. WB is given here 30. So we can write this will become 190, 570. This will be 1 by 3. This is equal to 20 divided by 30. 30 divided by 20 MB. Now if we solve this, MB is equal to 90 by 20, 9 by 2, that means 4.5 gram. This calculation you can do. Calculation is very simple. The final value will be 4.5 gram. Clear? Again we have a very simple question. Calculate vapor pressure lowering caused by adding 50 gram of sucrose. That means we have solute, not mentioned whether it is volatile or not, but we all know that this sucrose is a non-volatile solute, to 500 gram of water. That means weight of solvent is also given. If vapor pressure of pure water at 25 degrees Celsius is given, 23.8 mm of Hg. So what we have to calculate? Lowering of vapor pressure. We all know the formula. P0 A minus PA can be written as P0 A into mole fraction of A, and mole fraction is known to us. P0 A is known to us, isn't it? This mole fraction we can calculate. Now mole fraction how to calculate? By calculating moles of A and B. So from this given data we can write weight of A, that means solvent, is given 500 gram. Molecular weight of solvent, water, 18 gram. Weight of solute is given 50 gram. And molecular weight of solute is given 342 gram. So from this, if we calculate from here, number of moles of A will be given mass upon molecular mass 500 divided by 18. And from here, NB is equal to how much? Given mass upon molecular mass 50 divided by 342. Now, if we have to calculate mole fraction of A, right? So mole fraction of A will be what? If I write here, mole fraction of A is equal to moles of A divided by moles of A plus moles of B. Now put the value. Moles of A, 500 by 18. Moles of A, 500 by 18 plus moles of B 50 upon 345. Now sometimes we don't need to calculate all these things because ultimately something will be cancelled later on. So if we put this value, this is what? This is mole fraction of A directly here in this formula. It will be very simple to find what? This lowering in vapor pressure. This entire value we have to calculate. Okay. So let us put the value. Lowering of vapor pressure can be written as 23.8 into this entire value we can write here 500 by 18 divided by 500 by 18 plus 50 divided by 340. Now you can solve this. After solving, the final value you will get 0.124. This is the relative lowering of, this is lowering of vapor pressure, not relative lowering. Sorry. Clear? Now see, this is a question. 1 mole of heptane, vapor pressure in pure form is given 92 mm of Hg, is mixed with 4 moles of octane. Vapor pressure in pure form of octane is also given 31 mm of Hg. Now both of these are now mixed. This question is from case 2 where we have both volatile and we have mixed together. Now we have to find out the vapor pressure of solution. So first of all we have moles, right? We have moles of A and moles of B respectively, right? So can we write here, let's moles of A, that means moles of heptane is given 1, moles of octane is given, let A be only 4 and B is 1, right? So if we try to calculate the mole fraction of A will be equal to how much? Mole fraction of A, you can take either, but according to me better we should take this as 4 and this as 1. The mole fraction 1 by 5, mole fraction of B will be equal to 4 by 5. Both are volatile, both we have mixed together. Now when we have to calculate vapor pressure of solution, we have a formula. See, now vapor pressure exerted on the surface or the pressure exerted on the surface due to vapor will be because of both, because of A as well as B. So we have to write both the components here. P naught B mole fraction of A and here it will be mole fraction of B. This is very simple question. P naught A is already known to us. We have 92 into 1 by 5 plus this is given 31 into 4 by 5. When we calculate this, final value will be 43.2 mm of Hg. This type of question we'll practice little more when we study about case 2 in details. Till right now you can note this, that this is the formula when we have both solute and solvent as a volatile component, that vapor pressure is equal to P naught A XA plus P naught B XB. आसान सा है समझने के लिए, because now pressure exerted by both the particles will be there, right? Solute is also there and solvent is also responsible for exerting pressure on the surface. इसको fine. Now we have vapor pressure of benzene at 90 degrees Celsius is given 1020 torr. A solution of 5 gram of solute in 58.5 gram of benzene has vapor pressure 990 torr. Calculate molecular mass of solute. I already told you that whenever we solve numerical based on this chapter, we don't need to convert this pressure term from torr to atm or torr to mmHg. Keep it as it is. Your answer will be, because see, we are taking what? Numerator in the same unit and denominator in the same unit, so automatically it will be cancelled out. So you are not supposed to always convert this. Keep it in torr. Here if we write the formula, we have P naught A minus PA divided by PA can be written as NB by NA. Now this we have used multiple times, so directly we can write in terms of weight also. Here if I write weight of B into, here it will be molecular mass of A divided by molecular mass of B into weight of A This formula also we can directly use. WB, MA, MB, WA. Now put the values here. P naught A in the pure form what we have at 90 degrees Celsius, 1020 minus PA is how much? 990 divided by PA value 990. This is equal to we have to calculate what? Weight of, or sorry, molecular weight of solute. That means we have to calculate this value. WB is already known to us, 5 gram. So put the value here. 5 into molecular mass of A. Molecular mass of A means molecular mass of solvent, that is your benzene. Molecular mass of benzene is 78 divided by MB into weight of A. Weight of A will be how much? It is already given 58.5. If we solve this from here, MB value we will get 220. This numerical you can solve. Clear? One more numerical we'll see, that will be the last numerical of the day. Okay. Now similar question we have, and this question is asked in 2015 paper, right? Board paper for 3 marks. It's very simple. Again I am repeating, whenever you solve numerical for board exam, you must write first formula. Better you should start from given formula, put the values in formula, solve it, write the answer with units. Now see, in this question again, if we write, we have a solution is prepared by dissolving 10 gram of non-volatile solute. Now solute is given here, WB, how much? 10 gram in 200 gram of water. That means weight of solvent is given 200 gram. It has a vapor pressure of 31.84. That means PA value is given 31.84 mm of Hg. The day when you start writing all these things, solving numerical is fun. Really, I am telling you, you don't have a scope of losing marks in physical chemistry. At 308 Kelvin, calculate the molar mass of solute. That means here MB is not known. MB we have to calculate. In pure form, vapor pressure is given. If you see here, the molar mass of solute, vapor pressure of pure water at same temperature, 308 Kelvin is given how much? 32 mm of Hg. So again same formula we have to apply. We can write P naught A minus PA divided by PA. This is equal to weight. See, we can write in terms of NB by NA, or directly I am writing here WB into MA divided by WA into MB. We can do this. WB is your already given 10. MA it's for water, right? If you see here dissolving non-volatile solute in 200 gram of water, so MA is already known 10. WA 200. MB we have to calculate. This particular value we have to calculate. So if we see, it's very simple question. Quickly we can solve. Put the value here. P naught A is given 32 minus 31.84 divided by 31.84. This is equal to WB 10 into MA. MA is given 200 divided by WA value is given how much? Wait. Sorry. This MA is 18. This is given 200 into MB. Now if we solve this, final value what we will get of MB will be 180 gram. Now sometimes this type of question, here we are finding the molecular mass of solute. Sometimes in MCQ type of question they can give numerical and then they will ask which solute can be present. Now 180 gram, we all know it may be glucose, right? So this type of simple question can be asked. I hope you all understood how to solve question based on vapor pressure. When we go through the topic of colligative properties, more question we will practice. And let me tell you, this is only one part. Once we complete colligative properties, relative lowering of vapor pressure, then we have elevation in boiling point, depression in freezing point, and osmotic pressure, Banter factor questions are frequently asked nowadays. So all those questions we will cover once we complete colligative properties. Hope this session was good and you all understood. Still, if you have any doubt, you can write in the comment box. And take care, stay safe, stay at home. All the best.